Jake the Film Guy, Microbudgeter.com. In this video, we're going to talk about what camera you should be getting in the year 2020.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring.
If you find that you are struggling with knowing what to charge for your video productions, if you are struggling with finding clients and then closing the deal for your video gigs, this channel's for you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. They'll send a few Scottish accents your way. All right, let's press on.
Cut.
Okay.
All right. Strike these elements. We gotta go do.
Well, it's the same answer I give every year, Pinky. You need to use the camera that you have available to you. If that's simply your phone, then that's what's available to you. You don't need to go get a bunch of gear. You don't need to go into debt. In fact, don't ever go into debt for your video production business. Use what is available. If you don't believe me, check this out. That right there is from the director of John Wick 3. And I know what you're thinking, but I'm not the director of John Wick 3. So, before you get all gloom and doom on me, know this. He too started off with probably what was available to him. Nonetheless, this was a slick ad that Apple put together to show off the capabilities of this phone. And you don't have to be as visionary of an action guy as the director of the John Wick series to be able to pull this off. You just need to have a vision and you need to have a tool. So whatever is available to you, whether it's an iPhone or an old mini DV camcorder, I'm not kidding, if that's what you have, whew, God bless you. I can't even imagine trying to get all that squared away in this day and age. But in any event, use what is available to you. So if it is just the phone, that's why I recommend Filmic Pro. Okay, so why Filmic Pro? Filmic Pro is about 10 bucks, give or take. It's couch cushion changed. It's something that you can get through your app store. You dump it on your phone and it allows you to control all of the manual settings that you need to make your phone as much as a video camera as is possible. Obviously, phones have small sensors. They have a lot of limitations. I get that. But nonetheless, if you want to be able to control manual settings such as your color temperature, your ISO, all the little nitty-gritty details that make a video camera, then this is $10 well spent. If that's all you have available to you, get Filmic Pro for your phone. There's a group of young guys out of Kenya. They're called the Critics' Choice. I believe that's the name of their YouTube channel. They started with little more than a phone and a busted up laptop. They had hand-me-downs out the wazoo, but you know what they had loads of that you and I really should be striving for, and that is creativity. They didn't allow the limitations of their physical hardware to hold them back from telling stories, and these guys are continuing to tell stories, and word got across the pond and people sent them new stuff. So we're talking new PC stuff, new video stuff. They're not letting the new bells and whistles become a trap or a constraint, because their creativity is way up here, and these guys were doing stuff with basically next to nothing. So what's your excuse? What's my excuse? In case I haven't beat a dead horse already, here is one more example, and it's from a film that I only recently, as in this year, saw, and that's Fiddler on the Roof.
And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition!
The director wanted to have a very earthen feel, a tone to it, and so they used a very inexpensive and cheap solution. Mind you, this film was recorded in the early 70s. This is long before you and I had Adobe Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, etc., etc. The cinematographer came up with the idea of just taking ladies' pantyhose and stretching it over the lens. Now, you've probably heard of that kind of hack before, but it did give the film that warmer, browner kind of earthen tone and feel to it. So it was naturally baked into the film as they went into recording this film. Now, mind you, this was a multi-million-dollar budgeted musical, and this film was a big deal, but nonetheless, In the day and age that they were operating in, they had to come up with an inexpensive but a good solution that would work and save on the post-production process. Now, they had ways of doing the cross-processing and things like that when it came to post-production, even back then, but nonetheless, the point is this: creativity is often inexpensive. It doesn't really require a whole lot of moolah. It just requires some ingenuity, some time, and I would say more importantly, commitment to finding a creative solution. Rather than just throwing your wallet at something, throw this at it. That's the whole point here, and that's what the Critics' Choice, and I would say even arguably that director for that iPhone 11 commercial, was able to pull off. With limited resources, creativity still knows no bounds. Until next time, keep creating with the King of Kings. Hey, I encourage you, in light of everything that's going on in the world today, reach out to the elderly neighbors and people in your life that may not be as young or healthy as you probably are, and see how you can go be of service to them. Maybe volunteer to go to the grocery store. And I can't take credit for this idea. It's definitely my wife's idea and my wife's doing. And if you're a follower of Jesus, you are commanded to love, and especially to love your neighbor as yourself. So I hope you will do the right thing, and I will catch you on the next video.